What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another math puzzle. In this one, the question is as follows. The 3 9s challenge. Make numbers 1 through 9 using only 3 9s and the following operations, right? You can't add in any other numbers, but you can use plus, minus, times, divide, factorial, radical, and parentheses. Now again, this is simply a square root, not any other radical. And factorial, in case you're not familiar with that mathematical symbol, it's a multiplication countdown. So for example, 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 9 factorial is 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Hit that pause button and see if you can figure it out. When you're ready, hit play and I'll give you the explanation. So right off the bat, I just want to explain that there's going to be a ton of different ways to solve this challenge, right? There's multiple ways to get 1, to get 2, etc. So what I'm providing in this explanation are possible ways to solve this, but this is not the only way. So if you got it another way, it does not mean that is wrong. All right, let's start at the top with 1. So we're trying to get 3 9s to equal 1. So let's start at the top with 1. And how I'm going to start this is as follows. I'm going to take the square root of 9 and the square root of 9. That's going to turn both of those into 3s. Then I'm going to multiply these guys, okay? So 3 times 3 is actually 9. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because then I want to subtract that from this 9. And again, order of operations dictates that we're going to do the square roots first, then we're going to do the multiplication next. So this is 9 minus 3 times 3, which is also 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Why am I getting 0? Because I'm then going to apply a factorial to that 0. And the funny thing is, you might think 0 factorial is 0, but in fact, 0 factorial is 1. So that's how you do that one. Boom, done. Next, we're trying to get to 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these first 2 9s together. And I'm going to put that in parentheses to make sure that this happens first. So 9 plus 9 is 18. And then I'm going to take that 18 and I'm going to divide it by 9. 18 divided by 9 is 2. That's how you do it. Done. Now to get to 3, I'm simply going to subtract these 2 at the front. So 9 minus 9 is 0 plus, and what I'm going to do is instead of adding 9, I'm going to add the square root of 9, which is 3. So this is effectively 0 plus 3, which is 3. Boom, done. Next, to get 4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 9s at the end and I'm going to divide them because 9 divided by 9 is 1. Order of operations says that this will come before the addition. And what am I adding to this, right? I don't want to add 9 to this. Instead, I'm going to add the square root of 9. So square root of 9 is 3. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Boom, done. Now we want to get to 5. So what I'm going to do here is a little interesting. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but check this out. We're going to take the square root of 9. That's going to give us 3. Then I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to apply a factorial to it. So again, just for a reminder, 3 factorial is equal to 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is 6 times 1 is 6. So this is effectively giving me a 6 here. Now I want to subtract 1 to get to a 5. Well, I already know I can make a 1 by dividing these 2 9s here. And so now if I subtract them, I'm good to go. And by the way, just a quick reminder, order of operations says that the division happens before the subtraction. So we're going to take square root of 9, which is 3. 3 factorial is 6. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. Boom, done. Now, once again, up here, we already determined that square root of 9 factorial is 6. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Square root of 9 factorial plus, and then I'm going to do, instead of 9 divided by 9, 9 minus 9. So that's basically 6 plus 0 is 6. Boom, done. Now we get to 7, and an interesting thing that I can do here is the same thing that I did with 5, but instead of minusing 1, we're going to add 1. So again, take the square root, take that factorial of that square root, so that's 3 factorial, which is 6, and then we're going to add 1 to get 7, right? 9 divided by 9 is 1, which happens before the addition. 6 plus 1 is 7. Boom, done. To get 8, all I'm going to do is I'm going to say 9 divided by 9, which is 1, and I'm going to subtract that from the 9 at the front. 9 minus 1 is 8. Boom, done. And finally, for the big dog for number 9, all I'm going to do is I'm going to say 9 plus 9, which is 18, minus 9 brings us back to 9. That's how you do it. Done. I hope you guys enjoyed this math puzzle, and if you did, please click that like button. If you want to see more math puzzles on the regular, make sure to click subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.